How you going, everyone? Now, this video that I was planning to do for a while now was just concerning the upcoming Xenoblade Chronicles X. However, I just finished watching the 3DS Nintendo Direct from Japan, and there is some more Xenoblade related news, and oh my goodness, am I happy. There is so much to cover. Let's get into it. First up, so glad that this is 100% confirmed. Shulk is going to be in Smash Brothers. Now, there was some leaks earlier that people thought were real, they thought they were fake, and they had Shulk on them and they weren't too sure to make heads or tails of it. Well, the first thing in the Nintendo Direct was a Smash Brothers trailer showing off Shulk. It was an amazing trailer. I absolutely love what they've done to him. I love his moveset. I love everything he can perform. He's got various moves from the game, and it is everything that I wished for. Because before Smash Bros. 4 was confirmed, I actually said that Shulk would be my number one most desired character in the Smash Bros. Game, and they've fulfilled it. This is going to be, without a doubt, probably my favorite Smash Brothers game because not only did they give me the one character that I wish for the most, they're giving me a treasure trove of Fire Emblem characters. And I mean, there is so much to pick from, and of course, I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan. There are tons of Zelda characters. I mean, I seriously think that Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U is going to be probably one of my most played fighting games of the next couple of years. I mean, I wasn't too sure on the 3DS version, but after Shulk's been confirmed, I'm getting the 3DS version. I mean, I'm seriously thinking about getting a Wi-Fi modem so I could play my friends online. That's how excited I am. I can't believe Nintendo did this. Just thank you, Nintendo. You guys are on a roll. And besides Shulk, they showed off the arena for Xenoblade, which is awesome because you're fighting on the Bionis and you see the Mechonis in the background, like the cover of Xenoblade. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait. But it doesn't stop there. Nintendo had one more surprise up its sleeve, and I wasn't expecting it. Basically, Nintendo's going to roll out a new version of the 3DS called the new 3DS and new 3DS LL. Now, I have been harsh for the 3DS, not mainly for the games, it's because the original model 3DS is, in my opinion, garbage. I never liked the design and it feels so flimsy. I've never been a fan of my 3DS, and I was hoping to replace it soon with either a 2DS or something else. This new 3DS is not just a simple facelift. The inner workings of this device has had a major uphaul, and I think this is the 3DS version to own. I tell you this now. One of the things that annoyed gamers was the inclusion of that secondary circle pad that you had to use on your other hand for some games to turn the camera. And the thing was flimsy and it annoyed a lot of people. With the new 3DS and new 3DS LL, they've created a little camera stick on the right hand side just above the four buttons. And I tell you this now, well done, Nintendo. It looks right there and you can use it just if you want to turn the camera, you don't have to buy this little flimsy thing. You just press above it. Easy does it. It looks awesome. Besides that, the game looks crisper on the screen, which is phenomenal. There's an extra shoulder button, and I won't go into the details. There's probably going to be hundreds of videos out there on YouTube that's going to explain the inner workings of the new Model 3DS. I will say that I'm actually really interested in one. Um, because of everything that they've promised, just amazing. And the main thing, of course, it's going to support Amiibo, which I am looking forward to a lot. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. They showed a certain game on the new 3DS, and I couldn't believe my eyes. It is a portable version of Xenoblade. That's right. I am so happy to the fact that Xenoblade was a game that many people missed out on. And in America, because it's so rare, people just, want exorbitant prices for the game. And for everyone that missed out, you may get another chance to experience Xenoblade. I will say this now. I would go as far as to say Xenoblade Chronicles is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite RPG of that generation. It's such an amazing game. And you heard me when I was so excited that Shulk got announced in Smash Brothers, but to think that we're also getting a portable version of Xenoblade. Will I get it and play it again? Yes, I will absolutely do it. And I hope it's not just going to be a Japanese only thing. I don't think it will. I think that it's built enough cult following. I think it's going to be released next year along with Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's going to be my theory. But there wasn't any hard news or release dates for it. They just showed it as a demo to show off the capabilities of the new 3DS model, and it looks amazing, guys. It looks absolutely stunning. To see my favorite game be able to be played portable, it's just such a good feeling. I'm so happy. Nintendo's just done everything right by me this year, and for the coming year as well. It's almost like I don't need to buy anything else, and I don't want to sound like one of those Nintendo snobs who only buys Nintendo, but in the next year or two, the most hyped games I would put at the top of the list are all Nintendo exclusive. So, man, I'm just so happy. Anyways, I've talked about this wonderful news that just happened. Let's get into the original reason I was going to do this video, and that's talking about Xenoblade Chronicles X. The last couple of weeks, there's been news surrounding the game, and I just wanted to touch upon some of it. First up, there was news recently that was about the fact that Xenoblade Chronicles X is going to be 5 times the size of the world of the original Xenoblade, and a lot of people were excited for that, and I am too. However, from a design point, having big spaces of land is all well and good, but you need to fill it with content. Having a big world, you know, you have to fill it. You have to fill it equally with, with items, with enemies, unique enemies, and of course with landmarks. You can't have just big open fields that takes 10 minutes to the middle of nowhere. If you have a trip that you have planned and you have a destination in mind, or you're just walking around, it's good to have a big open space, but you can see something in the distance, and in your mind, your adventurous mind, that is your destination. And that's why the original Xenoblade work is the areas of that game were crafted perfectly. And I've been playing RPGs for more than 20 years, and I will say Xenoblade's areas are some of the best, if not the best, ever in an RPG. I never got tired at poking at every nook and cranny in that game. And to think that the next one's going to be 5 times larger, if they can put 5 times as much content in the game, then this is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, the other reason why it's 5 times larger is because of the inclusion of the dolls, which is the gears of Xenoblade X. And not only do they act in battle, they also have a vehicle mode where you can actually traverse very quickly. But I'm actually still wondering if I saw correctly, there is actually a fuel gauge, so you can't just wander around aimlessly. You really have to plan your trips. That would be cool if that's the case. You don't have to do some planning before you head out. The other thing I heard recently is they're going to change the UI of the quests, and a lot of people are happy about this because they found the quest system of the original Xenoblade, a bit clunky, and uh, I didn't think it was clunky. I didn't think it was anything great either. It was something I didn't have a problem with. But if they're gonna streamline it to make it easier for other gamers, then hey, I'm not gonna complain. When it came to Xenoblade, I did about 200 quests, and that was only half of them. Talking now and everything that's happened, I want to boot up Xenoblade and finish the other half of the quests. It'd be fantastic. But I wish I did a video about Xenoblade X back when it was shown at E3 because I watched all the Treehouse videos and the game looks phenomenal. I will say the only concern I had was the fact that the main character is a create your own. And that actually took me by surprise because with most of Tatsuya Takahashi's games, it's very character driven and they give you a main character in those games as well. I I don't know what to make of it. I don't It's not a game breaker by any means, but I was sort of looking forward to another iconic hero like Shulk. And I know a lot of people they actually don't really care for Shulk, but I personally really like Shulk. He's probably one of my favorite RPG characters, and I was hoping for another great hero in the game, but I guess you got to create that great hero yourself. So basically, since you're a silent protagonist, you have to really rely on the characters around you to be the more memorable ones. So I don't think there's going to be a problem in that regard. I do like the setting of the new game, and everything I've seen, the environments, the towns, and everything is just going to be amazing. I think there's a lot more that needs to be seen before we can make a 100% valid verdict, but there is a reason why I bought a Wii U, and it was mainly just for Xenoblade Chronicles X. And I have this feeling that I won't be disappointed. Now, I think I might just leave it at that. I'm kind of still recovering from all the hype, and I do have some good news. Ever since I did that last video about Yakuza 0, I have been feeling a bit better. I'm not in pain as I once was. I'm kind of on the mend, but I still have a few weeks to go before I'm out of the clear, so to say. But I want to say thank you to all those who wish me well, on YouTube and on Facebook. I really appreciate it, guys. And I want to know, how excited are you for this, this trove of Xenoblade news? Are you excited for Shulk and Smash Brothers? Are you excited for the possibility of a Xenoblade on 3DS? Are you excited for Xenoblade Chronicles X? Let me know, guys. Xenoblade is definitely one of my favorite series, and I love to talk to anyone about it. So let's start a great conversation down below. And with that, I want to say thank you for listening, and I'll catch you all later.